Hey book nerds, I'm so excited about this video that I am recording today because this is going to be my most anticipated reads for 2025. Hey book nerds, this is Denise. Welcome to my channel, dbooknerd. And as you can see, we are ending the year 2024 and going into 2025. So I am going to be sharing the books that I'm anticipating reading and getting for 2025. I have three categories that I'm sharing. That's romance, thriller, mystery. I kind of put those together. And then just like contemporary fiction or historical fiction. Most of the books that I have that I'm excited about reading are romance, and then we have the mystery section, and then I think I only have like one for historical fiction. And of course, this isn't exhaustive. Sometimes it's hard to find all of the books that you want to try to read or all that are coming out, but these are the ones that stood out to me at this time. So I'm going to be looking at my paper, so excuse me for that. But the first book that I have is in the romance category, and that's what we're going to be doing is romance first, and it's called The Love Lyric. This book is by Christina Forrest, and it'll be coming out in February 4th to be exact, 2025, unless something changes. And I just want to say that these can change, so just be on the lookout for that. This is a book written by an African-American author. This person is the author of The Partner Plot. I believe I have that book. I'm not sure. I think I do, and I haven't read it yet. And anyway, I'm looking forward to reading that one. And this is about an R&B singer and a corporate exec who find love that hits the right notes. That's what it said in the little blurb when I looked it up. I love the cover and I love the title, so I'm really excited about that. I like books about R&B singers or something like that, and they kind of meet somebody that's not in the Hollywood, or music scene, and they meet up and fall in love. I really like that trope or whatever, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, so that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to be going into depth about what each of these books is about, just for the sake of time. The next book that I have is No Ordinary Love by Maya Ariel. This book comes out in April 1st of 2025. And this is another African-American author with African-American main characters. And it's about a PR partnership between a pop star. So again, we have this musician, singer, or whatever, and a pro athlete, which I also love. And the pro athlete is a bad boy. And they're going to, I guess, get together. So we'll see how that works. This is the author of When I Think of You. So another book that I believe that I have, and that I was looking forward to reading. The next book is Bad Publicity. And this is by Bianca Gilliam. I believe that's how you pronounce the last name. This one comes out in May 20th to be exact, of 2025. It is supposed to be a slow burn, which can always be good, just depending on how the author does it. It can be excellent. It's an enemies to lovers rom-com. So, for those of us that love the rom-coms, we love the enemies to lovers. And this is where an unexpected reunion can lead to a career-ending catastrophe or a second chance romance. So you see, that sounds really good. I kind of like the whole... again, the enemies to lovers, and how this could affect their career and all of that. So looking forward to it. And again, I like the cover. Y'all know that I am a cover person. They can really attract me. Then I look for the content to see if it'll fit something that I like to read. The next book that I have is called Ride With Me by Simone Sultani. I think that's how you pronounce the name. This comes out also on May 20th, 2025. It's book 2 of 2 in the Lights Out series, which I did not know. When I saw this book, I didn't know it was part of the series at first. The first book is called Cross the Line. So I'm hesitant because then I'll have to get the first book because I want to read that first. And the first book doesn't seem to interest me as much as this one seems to, but we'll see. I might still get the other one and then read this one too. It's a marriage of convenience romance also, which, those are kind of cool. Where Stella wakes up next to Thomas and he's a race car driver and she wakes up with a ring on her finger. So she wakes up next to him with a ring on her finger, and I believe they were in Las Vegas. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes if I decide to read it. It sounds pretty interesting. So how did they end up married? Are they going to stay married? All of that good stuff. The next book that I have is kind of a good transition to the mystery thriller, but it's still in the romance. It's actually, they consider it a mystery romance or a romance mystery, however you want to organize it. And this is called The Matchmaker by Aisha Saeed. And the date that it comes out is May 27th, 2025. It's about a society matchmaker who is in danger when her clients' weddings are all sabotaged in increasingly disturbing ways. Now, I don't know if there's going to be some killings in it or just other types of disturbing sabotaging going on at their weddings, but it sounds really good to me. I like things about wedding planners. I like movies like that and all of that. And so then you add this, it kind of gives a Lifetime feel. It's like Lifetime meets Hallmark, maybe. We'll see, but it sounds pretty good. So now we're going into the thriller mystery section. The first book that I have is called The Note. And this book is about by, oh goodness, Alifair Burke, and I hope I didn't butcher that. I can't hardly read my writing. This book comes out in January 27th of 2025. It's about three friends that go vacation in the Hamptons. They have me right there. I love it when people are in the Hamptons. I'm going to just tell you, I like the little soft life stuff. Now, I read other books where things are more of a struggle and stuff, but sometimes I just want to read the soft life. I want them to be in the Hamptons. They have money. They're not struggling, but, and then there's a drunken prank that goes wrong. So now we take it to something else. It goes from soft life in the Hamptons to a drunken prank that goes wrong. This is considered to be a suspense. And this has Asian representation, I believe. I believe the main character is Chinese, or at least raised by a Chinese immigrant. That's something that they had put in the blurb, so something that is important to this. The next book that I have is called The Crash, and it's by none other than Frida McFadden. And this book comes out January 28th, 2025, so me and my sister are already geared up to read that together in January. Of course, it's a psychological thriller, and this book is about Tegan, who's 8 months pregnant, whose car breaks down in a blizzard. And then she's taken in by a couple, and I think strange things start to happen. That's all I know. I didn't read too much about it. That's kind of all I need to know. Now, I've loved Frida McFadden's books thus far, and I've enjoyed them, and I think they're great. I'm going to tell you, though, I'm not a big fan of the blizzard crash, people holding you hostage or something in a house. I'm not a big fan of that. So I'm not sure how I'm going to like this book. We'll see. Frida McFadden is a master at the plot, at the plot twist and everything. So I know that's going to be good. But just in general, what's happening, I'm not sure about it. So we'll see. Let's see. The next book that I have is called All the Other Mothers Hate Me. And this is by Sarah, oh goodness, Herman, it looks like, or Herman, something like that. And this book comes out March 11th, 2025. This book seems a little bit like it's a comedy and a mystery thriller all at the same time, but it's interesting. It's about a single mother who has a 10-year-old son named Dylan, and Dylan is bullied by a boy named Alfie. Now, when they're on a field trip with their class or something like that, Alfie comes up missing, and Dylan becomes the suspect in this. Okay, so now, and Alfie, I think, is supposed to be from a family that's super rich. So now this mom is, trying to clear her son's name, Dylan's name, and that's all that I have for this. It sounds interesting. Haven't really read a book where actual 10-year-olds are part of the mystery. I've, had teenagers and all of that. But this is going to be good, so I think we're getting kind of that mother bear vibes and all of that with this. And she's like, all the other mothers hate me. They probably hate me too, because I'm gonna clear, my kid's name if in fact they're not truly guilty. So yeah, so it sounds interesting. The next book that I have is called The Maids Secret, And let's see, The Maids Secret, this is by Nita Prose. It comes out April 8th, 2025. You may remember I read The Maid, I think that's what it was called, a couple of years ago, and a lot of people read it and loved it. And it's about Molly, the maid, who works at this really ritzy hotel, and she solved a mystery, crime, murder in that one. And in this one, she's back. This is actually the third one in the series, so I need to read the second one. And I can't remember what the name of that one is, so I need to go back and read that one, and then I want to read this one. So it's the third of the three in the Maid series, and it says that a heist takes place at the Regency Grand, and Molly's life is threatened. She has to find out who's out to get her. So this sounds good. Somebody's actually after Molly in this one. Molly is a wonderful character. It's been described that Molly's on the spectrum. Some people thought they did really well with that. Some people hated it. I thought they did well with it. I just love Molly, and I can't wait to see, what's going to happen in this thriller. Okay, the next thriller is another one by Frida McFadden. She's just belting these thrillers out. It's called The Tenant, and now this is sounding more like the type of setup that I like. It's again a psychological thriller, and it says Blake loses his VP of marketing job, and to keep up on his mortgage payments on the brownstone that he and his fiance share, he's going to get a tenant. He's going to have somebody rent out, I guess, a room or something like that. He ends up getting somebody named Whitney. She's this beautiful woman that's going to, rent out, and then strange things start to happen. One of the descriptions was even the disgusting smell emanating from the brownstone and people complaining and all of that. When it comes to Frida McFadden, you have no idea what it is, if it's even Whitney that's doing this, or what's happening. So I'm looking forward to that one. Then we have the Busybody Book Club, and this one does sound like, for real, a comedy, maybe even a cozy mystery. And comes out May 27th, 2025. And it's about 5 book club members that are trying to solve who within the book club stole money from them. So somebody stole the book club money. In the meantime, they're also trying to solve a murder while hiding their own secrets. So this sounds so good. And some more that I read on the blurb of it was something like one person is blaming something from out of this world or something like that, and somebody else is blaming somebody. Everybody has their theory about what is happening, and we're going to find out what actually happens in this. So this sounds super cute and mysterious. Where am I at now? Okay, so now the historical fiction, and there's only one. And this is by Victoria Christopher Murray, an absolutely outstanding author, and this book comes out February 4th, 2025, and it's called Harlem Rhapsody. The cover alone and the name is caught my eye before I even knew it was Victoria Christopher Murray, who is an awesome author. This is, again, historical fiction, excuse me, and it's the story about Jesse Redmond, and I can't read my writing. I don't know if it says Fawcett, something like that, who ignited the Harlem Renaissance. So Jesse was a literary editor of a magazine called The Crisis, and it was in the description they called it a Negro magazine. So that back then that's what they called it. And anyway, it was like a well sought after, like by writers, that were within the Harlem Renaissance before they really took off. They wanted to get something published in that magazine. So Jesse's kind of credited to giving these people that platform and starting and igniting the Harlem Renaissance, which I absolutely love the Harlem Renaissance. Sometimes I think, like if I weren't born when I was, and I had to choose something else, I might choose the Harlem Renaissance, but I definitely want to be in that place and be a part of the Harlem Renaissance. I would love to have contributed to the work that people did then, because it's just been timeless and beneficial and everything. So those are all of the books that I have that so far that I'm anticipating for 2025. I'm sure there are going to be a lot more that I'm going to see that are coming out, and I'll share those down the line probably. yeah, if you have not subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit notifications so that you know when a new video uploads. I appreciate all of you and thankful that you all are coming into the new year with me. And with that, please be blessed and be book nerdy.